Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I will be concentrating on some questions that are asked in interview in the big MNC companies. So the questions that I will be discussing today is actually asked in the big four consulting company. They are very simple questions, but if you are not aware of the fundamentals of it, you will not be able to answer it. So let's discuss those questions what are asked in the big four consulting companies. So let's start. So in my previous video, we have already discussed this particular question that I am displaying you in this particular window. And in this particular video, I will be explaining the second question that we will be dealing with. So the second question that we have for the interview series here is, if you will see on the left side, I have a city name and city 2 name and city 3 name. So there are some null values here and there are some blank spaces here. So if you have a data set, this blank space doesn't mean anything. It's like there's no data in it, and null value also means there's no data into it, right? So what we need here is we need another column here in which we will be going ahead and creating another column called city, in which I will be putting all the not null values. Let's say there is a Kolkata here. So the first not null value, I need to get it here. So I will not be getting West Bengal here, but I want Kolkata because that is my first null value. Similarly, this is my empty value. I don't want this, but I want the first not null value, which is Gurgaon. Similarly, I want the first not null here from the city 3, that is Bangalore. So just think what all methods you can use here. It's very simple and straightforward, but if you're not able to think it, then watch the complete video and see how we can basically go ahead and eliminate the null values and get the first not null value. So in this, I have my Databricks notebook open with my serverless cluster here, my cluster. I have created my data set here, which is my sample data set, and I'm displaying here. So if you want, you can create it using Scala or Python. I'm using PySpark method in order to create my data set with the help of my list format method. And I'm creating the data frame using the create data frame method that the Spark provides. And in this create data frame, you have to provide your data set, your sample data set, and what is my columns that I will be passing. If you want to know more about the create data frame, then watch my video in which I've explained you how to create a data frame in different methods. Now, if you will see, the Spark job has ran and all my city is in a string format, and this is my def underscore city is my data frame name. Now, in this method, what I am doing is I will be going ahead and creating a column. So how I can create a column? I can create a column using the withColumn method. In this withColumn method, I have to put the column name. So this is my new column that I will be creating. And I want the first not null value. Let's say I have a function, right? Which you know that in PySpark, in SQL, you have a function called Coalesce. In this Coalesce function, it will give you the value which is not null, right? Let's see what result it will give us if I do a Coalesce. All these three columns are there, so I want to Coalesce with city 1, city 2 and city 3. So if you will see, Kolkata is my not null value, so it has given me the result. But here Gurgaon is my not null value, but it has given me empty. Why is that it has given me empty? Because here in city 1 it is empty. So empty is treated as an element. It is not treated as a null value. So therefore, in city, it is putting as empty rather than Gurgaon. Similarly, in this is my null value, right? So it is not putting that because we have used Coalesce. So it will use the first not null value itself. But here this is not my first null, this is a null value, but this is my first not null, which is my empty string. So therefore it is putting me empty, but this is not my desired result. What is my desired result? I want Gurgaon in the city, I also want Bangalore in my city. So how I can do it? I have to do a like an if else condition in the Python, right? That you say. And in PySpark, what you say is when otherwise condition, in order to see whether the value is like an empty string, then you replace it with none, right? Once you replace it with none, then you can use Coalesce, because that will be replaced by null, and then you will get the string which is having the values. So what I will do is I will be, I have my Coalesce as it is in place. What I will do is I will do a when condition. When my city 1, that is my column city 1, is empty, right? That is equal to empty string. Then what I will do is I will replace it with my null value. In SQL, you will write it as null, that is null. But in PySpark, what it is equivalent to? It is equivalent to none. Now, if it is empty, then you are replacing it with none. But if it's not empty, then do you want to replace anything with it? No, because you want the same name of the city as it is. And even if it is null, you want to keep the value null as it is. So I'll say if it is city 1 is empty, then you replace it with none. But if it is not empty, that is dot otherwise city 1 is not empty, or any other value than blank string, then just place city 1 itself. Okay. Similarly, I will be applying when column city 2 is empty, then replace it with none. Dot otherwise column, it will replace it with city 2 itself. This is when is if, otherwise is else. So similarly, when if city 3 is empty, then replace it with none, else replace it with city 3. Right? Now, if you think I have used this call function, right? This call function, what it does is, this is a column object, a way to access the column object from the data frame. There are different ways to access the column. I have also created a video on that. You can watch that video. I'll pin it in the I button. Just watch it and you will be able to know. Now, I have put a Coalesce on the top of that when condition. So if I just do a when and none, let me just go ahead and create this, right? So you understand what's happening. So when city is this, I will remove my Coalesce functionality. When this is this, then none, else it is not there. So let me create city condition, right? So it will create a city condition. So I've created the data frame. Let me go ahead and display this. So now you see in this null value is not there, right? So when city condition is not null, then it is none. Let me take the city 2, okay? See, now what it is doing is, when the column city 2 is null, it will replace it with this. I should have mentioned here for each column. So, but you understand, right, what exactly it's doing. So now let me run this particular command. For each column, you can display this. So now this value is empty. It's returning the null value. It's returning this not null Kolkata value. This is empty, so it is returning Gurgaon. This is null, so it goes to this none value and check. This is also null, so I will be putting this Bangalore. So in this way, Coalesce will help. There's another way also. Just think what you can do. If you can put it in the comment section. There are NVL as well. You can use NVL also in the same manner in order to get the desired result. If you want to check out my previous interview questions. You can check out that as well, in which I have covered a lot of questions of interview. That's our mostly asked questions in the interview. And if you have liked this video, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.